I promise to make China's mental health problems a series, because it's too broad. This is another one. In this video, I'm gonna break down how the ordinary 9 to 6 jobs makes the majority of working class people feel meaningless and hopeless for their life, and how it affects on their mental status and how their mental struggles affects on their life. I mean, this phenomenon might happen in other countries too. I'm just here to tell you what's going on my side. If it resonates with you and your surroundings, feel free to share in the comments. I would love to know. Without further ado, let's get into it. Most people lose their expectation for their career before 30 because they find the job they're doing has nothing to do with what they're trying to achieve in this life. They might work for the job actually relates to their interests, but as long as they're working for an organization, they're gonna find out their role is too small to make any major impact to fulfill their ambition. If they're working for a startup or a small firm, the ceiling's too low due to the lack of connections and resources. So sooner or later, they're gonna feel like they're doing a pointless job just to make a living. But that's alright, if you really want it, you can work your way up, get bigger bags, more respect. Eventually, you will have the chance to make your impact. Or, if you're tired of people barking orders, maybe start a side hustle. Unless your job is 9 to 6, in which you buzz around to meet your superior's need, and because of evolution, your colleagues working extra hours voluntarily. To act like you give a fuck about your job, you want to do it too, at least occasionally. Oh, and you're lucky if your daily commute is less than an hour. You gotta eat, you gotta sleep, you have your daily routine, and do your math. Not only you don't have time for self-improvement, you're pretty much burned out every night you're home. The normal day job in China makes people feel meaningless and non-existent. You don't have real shit to do and you don't have freedom. In the 2 or 3 leftover hours of their day, some people choose to take a break from reality by using alcohol, video games, soap operas, you name it. After a while, they get addicted. They might want to change the situation too, but every day they wake up, they feel a little worse about themselves than the day before. They're less motivated, but more guilty and shameful. That makes them even more overwhelmed, so they're gonna start to use their antidotes as soon as they catch any spare time, even at work. If they manage to not fuck up their job, they will find a balance between reality and delusion, eventually lose their interest in anything else. I guess that's why we always see people on their phone. Some people choose to spend it on proving their existence, like hang out with fake friends to prove they're wanted, and dress for attention to prove they're good looking, and buy useless shit to prove they have good taste, attend popular events or travel to popular tourist sites that they might not interested in to prove they live a good life. And they're trying to prove something, so they're definitely not satisfied to be the only witness. I guess that's why we always see people posting this shit. After those people have wasted too many years on such lifestyle, it becomes their comfort zone, even though they're not comfortable with their life drawing mediocrity. They will all find instant gratification is meaningless, but they also find themselves in the mirror, old and fat, and they feel weak. They don't believe they can make a change anymore. They either stop caring about anything like a ghost, or they will step into the next chapter, which is make their unchangeable, meaningless life a little meaningful by getting married, having kids, so they get to spend their spare time with family to justify the act of going to a pointless job just to make money. Put food on the table, raise kids. That's the only thing meaningful. And that's why Chinese parents are famous for being super controlling, because they have nothing better to care about. Raising good kids, make them achieve what they failed to achieve is their only hope. It's much easier than working on themselves because they have already given up on their own life. So there goes the famous line that Chinese parents love to say to their kids after they fail exam. By failing, I mean fail to match their parents' expectations like an A or top 10. 我每天辛辛苦苦上班赚钱都是为了你，你好意思给我考这个成绩？你对得起我吗？ It means I work hard to make money only because of you. Are you not ashamed to give me such low score? Are you worthy of me? Now you probably have a brief idea about how oppressive Chinese society is, and yeah, kids getting good grade or being good at something is how Chinese parents feel appreciated for the huge sacrifice they had to take because they had wasted too much time on being a stupid coward who failed their own expectation. Why am I calling them a coward? Because it all started from they believe they need to have a real job to prove they're decent people who abide by social rules and orders. They're not brave enough to give up their decent image, neither tough enough to have strong discipline. Got too much to lose to fall completely miserable. Got too comfortable to make a move. Got stuck in the middle to produce passively like a broken machine, fall into the trap of class solidification, become the victim of China's hyper-competitive era.